Hey guys, Kip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Got a brand new paddle to review, the new Babolat Monster Plus. Think about Babolat, my mind always runs to tennis. At the end of my tennis days, I was playing with a Babolat Pure Drive. You think of Andy Roddick, Rafael Nadal, all those guys that played with, Babolat tennis rackets along the way, and the loyal following and just really quality products, really good stuff. Babolat Pickleball's never really reached that level. It's been kind of lacking all the way through. But along comes the Babolat Monster Plus. They're trying a couple different things here that they say are going to work. I'm excited to try them out. The first is a surface. It's the RPM Super Spin surface. It's a peel ply surface. You can see that it's really textured. I hope you can see that in the camera. It is really textured. It's not spray paint, anything like that, not painted on. Really good. You can hear it there. So Babolat believes that's going to spin the ball like mad. The other cool thing and improvement about this paddle is a SMAC Pure Feel viscoelastic dampening material that's underneath the surface that Babolat believes is going to increase the sweet spot, increase the dwell time, increase the performance, all of those things. So they are trying something new. Very excited about that, and this is their new bad boy. This paddle is 16.4 inches long, 7.4 inches wide, has a 5.8 inch long grip, perfect for two-handers. It is 8 ounces static weight and feels really evenly balanced. Excited to try this out and see how it goes, but let's take a look at the core first, because we always have to look at the core and see what that looks like, and then we'll head out to the courts. All right, here it is.
All right, guys, here is the core of the new Babolat Monster Plus. See, the majority of the core is made up by the polypropylene that we've all come to know and love, 8mm cells, goes all the way down through the neck of the paddle, all the way through the grip, unibody style. Around the perimeter is the EVA foam that most paddle companies do use around the perimeter now. It's a very soft foam and allows the core to move just a little bit. That is pretty much it. There is a weight down here right below the neck of the paddle. This to me just makes this just kind of even balanced, takes the weight away from the foam and the poly down here, because there's just poly down here in the grip. This adds a little weight to this area. It makes it a little more evenly balanced. This is not a heavy weight at all. The static weight of this paddle is only 8 ounces. So this isn't very heavy. It just does make it equally balanced. You also notice that this is not, we've seen a lot of just really precise, clean cuts around the edges of paddles and a uniform density of the perimeter. This paddle is a little ragged. Now, is that going to affect the play at all? Probably not, but you can definitely see that this is a little ragged around the edges, not really a precise cut, but I doubt that that will change how it plays very much. You do see it, you do notice it right away when you look at other paddle companies and see just a really clean, precise edge and a nice uniform thickness on the EVA. All right, guys, this is the Babolat Monster Plus. That is the core. All right.
All right, guys, there it is. We'll see how it goes. Headed out to the courts right now. Hope you're going to be there. We'll try this paddle out together. The new Babolat Monster Plus. All right, guys, I'll be back. Okay. All right, guys, this is the Babolat Monster. Let's go after this target. Well, really nice so far. Very happy with that. Oh, I flew it just a little bit. That first one was short, so I thought I would go after it a little bit, and that's what I got. Do that again. Both were dead straight, though. Yeah, it was just a good serve. You can hear that ball whistling a little bit. I like that. It's there. I see you, target. I see you. Do that again. There it is. Had a little spin to it that I didn't really mean to put on it. Do that again. Yeah, that one, they're both turning just a little. Both those last ones turn. That means I suspect this paddle's going to have a lot of spin. Let me go after that target one more time. Yeah, that's good. That's still good. I think this paddle could use a touch of weight. All right, let me spin a couple here, see what this does. Babolat Monster. Yeah, this needs a little more weight, and I think the spin will really come to life. Let me try that again. Boy, that didn't have late or early. That had no spin. Try that again. Wow. All right, let me see here. I'll make sure that's right. Wow, I had a little late spin there. Well. Yeah, just not, there's not much. There's not much. I can only show that over and over again. Okay. Hey guys, back. Just spent the last few weeks getting to know the new Monster Plus from Babolat. I had such high hopes for this paddle. I really would love to see Babolat get it together and put something out there. I believe I said in the opener, talking about tennis racks. It's back, along the way that I really liked. I would love to see Babolat come out with some really cool stuff. And I had high hopes for this paddle, but it kind of falls a little short. Let me bounce through all the performance characteristics. So I'm going to touch on the one thing it does really well. Power-wise, I always start out with power. My average service speed is right around 50 miles an hour. The Babolat Monster Plus came in at 49.5. Not terrible, just a little bit below average. Accuracy control, not bad. Actually, you could really control it pretty well. You saw on the cones, if you watch me hit at the cones, I could go after him and get there. Just had to swing to get depth. Kind of swing a little harder to get any depth out of it, but you could go after spots and kind of hit them, but you better hit them dead red. There's going to be qualifiers to all these things. Consistency, once again, you better hit this paddle dead red. The sweet spot is very small. You cannot wander far out of this or it is zero performance. Not just a drop off, none. You better hit this dead red. If you do, the accuracy control and the consistency is absolutely there. You can go after your spots. No worries. Go after them. Spin with the new RPM super spin. Peel ply surface, almost non-existent. There's a little bit of spin, just not much. Once again, you better hit it right in the middle, dead red, or you're not going to have a lot of spin early or late. Feedback and feel, if you hit it right in the middle, good. If you wander outside, just really harsh, really rough ride. It's really quick at the net. It's only 8 ounces. And this paddle is screaming out for some weight. The weight, if you put some weight on here and really bounce this up, it's going to take care of a lot of those problems, but not all of those problems. That sweet spot's still going to be pretty tiny. It is quick at the net. You can maneuver it pretty fast, 8.0 ounces static weight. You can get around there, and the ball does go off of there fairly well, and you can control it. Where this paddle really shines is in the transitional area where you're just sticking the shovel in the ground and knocking the ball back into the non-volley zone. This paddle just does it with ease. It's the magic stick. If everything were like that with this paddle, this would be the greatest paddle ever. This would be the magic stick. It is so good at resetting. That is really its happy place. It loves it. It loves it there. From the baseline, you better swing. You better swing hard and swing away, and you're not going to get the top spin you want. Customizable, yes, dying out for some weight. You can put an overgrip on it, no problem at all. But it is just crying out, saying, "Please please get the lead tape roll out and add some mass to me, please." This paddle, it just falls a little short. It's got a $169 US price tag. That's not terrible, but there are paddles that are quite a bit less than that now that do a whole lot more. I really wanted to like this. Guys, I really want to. Like I said, I played with Babolat tennis rackets for years. I would love to stand up here and say, this Babolat paddle is the greatest ever. It just falls a little short. I had such high hopes, but it falls a little short. I'd love to hear from you guys if you've tried it. I've got to believe, I got an email or a comment from someone a while back that said they were playing Wilson pickleball because they played Wilson tennis rackets. I've got to believe there's some kind of loyalists like I am that are trying these. I would love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear from your thoughts on these. Listen, if you hit it dead red every time, you're going to be fine. You're going to have fun. It's still not going to spin much, but everything else is going to be gold. But you better have game. You better have game. Also, it sounds a little hollow. That's kind of the Gen 3 thing, but it does sound a little hollow. All right, guys, as always, I'd love to hear your comments on this. Whether you've tried it, whether you hit it, what you thought at all. All right, guys, as always, hit likes, hit subscribe. I'll be back with some more content really, really, really soon. Get out there and play. Hey, it's nice this week, so get out there and play the game we love. All right. Okay, that had a little spin. Guys, I'm really just trying to find the spin, see if there is any with this. Had a little. Let me do that again. I'm trying to fly it as hard as I can. I don't think this has much spin.